Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I am going to be a little bit upfront with the idea that I am a particular fan of brutality builds. I don't know why. I've just always kind of liked the way that they play with that kind of like heavy combo mindset. And I think on today's episode of trying to get better at dead cells, I think what we are going to do what the hell, let's try punching the crap out of things. And we'll use Star Fury as a backup weapon. We'll turn off the laser glaive. Everything else should be good. Also, I'm going to go back to the original soundtrack because I haven't heard it in a while. I very often go with the Castlevania soundtrack, partially because and this isn't a dig at the Castlevania DLC, but when I say I want to feel like I got my money's worth out of it, it's not meant as a dig at the DLC. It's a little additional value that I really like that they included with the game. Or with the DLC, I should say. You know, one of those things. We'll go ahead and start with this one. There we go. As for what it is that I like about the Hayabusa gauntlets, it's that they're fast. Smooth. Good job, me. Alright, we're gonna try that again. That's what was supposed to happen the first time, but I'm a little slow in the head, it seems. Now, I know that the fists aren't necessarily the most popular weapon out there, which is why I'm betting a number of you are looking at this going, why are you using that garbage weapon? And it's because I just like fist weapons. Like, I don't necessarily expect everyone to agree with me, and fortunately, that's not necessarily the point. Because there's a little something for everybody in this game, I figure there's no harm in just picking up something that I enjoy using and going from there. And if for whatever reason you disagree with me, well, you're not the one you're not the one in front of the controller right now. Or rather, I should say in front of the screen. Hey, come over here. Thanks, buddy. I'll always appreciate your kindness. Let's see, what do you do? You know what you do better than Bat Volley. That's what you do. Alright, well, we're not going to the promenade. Well, I might, actually. I'm assuming this would take me to the dilapidated Arboretum. Yep. Boot, and we get Serenade, which, not bad, but not necessarily what I want. I don't know why, but I find pet builds to be unreliable. But there is also definitely the possibility that I'm just not very well practiced. Alright, so now let's decide where I want to go. Now, my normal route is to go to the Toxic Sewers, because that route has the most scroll fragments. I think I'm going to... Is that what I want to do? Why not? I'll grab this just to make sure I upgrade my primary weapon. And for this, I will take... Probably the reworked combo is one of... That's easily one of the best brutality mutations at this point. I like what they did with it. It's still... It still promotes an aggressive playstyle, but it's actually useful in boss fights. And you know, I can get down with that. Alright, so it might not be a bad idea to go with open wounds. Make it a little bit easier to work that synergy. Give. Oops, I should have taken green. Alright, so at least now I know what I'm doing with the next off-color scroll I get. And there we go. And I don't want that. It's got a nice synergy on it, but I am very adamant that I only take talismans that Ooh, magical tornado. Like, there's a good chance I won't be using that in a couple of levels, but it'll be good now. Oh, I feel so dumb. Come on, get your movement right, boy. Alright, down and around, and plus there's a scroll here. Probably not gonna take that. Trying to control my malaise. Plus, my doctor says I should be really cutting back on the amount of malaise-covered food I eat. You know, it's a health thing. You understand, right? Alright, well, we have the exits leading into the corrupted prison now, which we're obviously going to take. You know, for scroll count reasons. I like that it generates a toxic cloud, but typically I don't take corrupted power. Not for any real reason, mind you, just because... Actually, there are times in which I like corrupted power. Probably the safest time to use it is when you're using a tactics weapon, because you'll generally have range on your side at that point. Oh no, my malaise tier increased! What am I gonna do? Do I like this one? I think I prefer what I have. I do like this shield. Ooh. Alright, well, we've got ourselves a decent setup now. Now all we need is easier ways to inflict poison. And I can think of 2 ways to get that to happen, aside from revisiting rooms that I've already been in and wasting my own time. Wait, how does that help you poison enemies? Don't think about it too hard. You won't understand. Scroll fragment is mine, and so is some free money. Alright, so I believe we go this way. Creates a toxic cloud around you when the effect ends, which means it's going to be hard to use that as an easy source of poison. Especially since the whole when the effect ends thing seems to be a little iffy with the smoke bomb. Like, it's not just, you know, when I choose to become visible. It seems like it just kind of considers when the effect ends just kind of whatever it wants. Great, keep going up. I'm just making sure that I'm not missing anything. Okay. All of these amulets would be great if I were not focusing on brutality. And even all those are only somewhat good if I'm focusing on something else. As for why I'm not moving on to the next biome yet, it's mostly just because I'm focusing on grabbing some extra money. Oh, and we do have a way to poison. The shield that I'm using right now poisons on parry, so I guess maybe I'm being a little too... Maybe I'm being a little too obtuse in my thinking. I have access to poison. To the corrupted prison, where men are men! What does that even mean? I have no idea. Ooh, that also does damage to extra damage to poisoned enemies. Alright. Hello! There we go. Porky Pack will essentially allow us to do some extra damage while we're rolling around. No. Oh, give me that. You don't think you can hide keys from me, do you? Alright, so far so good. We're having a good time with this run, at least I am. I don't know about you guys, but I'm enjoying myself. Yes, but also no. When the effect ends. Okay, so it's kind of a delay on that whole poison thing. I mean, I could, but... Ooh, this is self-synergy right here. Ooh, what is this? Gun! I like that it just straight up poisons the enemy, but... Ugh. I like it. I really do. I'm just not sure that it's what I want. Plus, it's a legendary that's not gonna last me too long. Like, I'm overthinking this because I like this item. I'm just not sure that it's what I want, because I want to be running a shield. And I like Star Fury in my backpack. Synergizes so perfectly, but I want to be running a shield. I'm just gonna let it go for right now. Hey, that was nice. Okay. What's up here? Oh, nothing. Oh, I like that. You. Not bad. I don't think I want to take that over. Yeah, I'm going to stick with what I have. I don't know. Yeah, to finish my thought, I don't think I want to take that over the tornado right now. The tornado is still good. And we'll take Killer Instinct because we are going to want to be making hefty use of our skills. I'm going to ignore the bank for right now. I know I'm not going to see it again, but another run. Hold on, I don't want to miss this. Whatever it is. Just a disgusting worm. I probably didn't need to focus so hard on that. Yeah, baby. Scroll fragment. Deadly mushroom. Rhythm and Bouzouki. Look at this. Burns the enemy. Okay. Nice. Not thrilling, but nice. Okay, we gotta get rid of that deadly mushroom. It's just making life difficult now. On the point of other brutality weapons that I like, I also find myself having a bit of a soft spot for the twin daggers, even knowing that there are better weapons with better range and critical conditions. I don't know, I find the twin daggers to be strangely reliable. That's another weapon that I know has kind of a contentious place, but I don't know. It's one of those weapons that I like, but I don't claim it to be like the best weapon in the game or anything. I think we can all agree that the best weapon in the game is the broken-ass baseball bat. And the baseball bat basically makes it so you don't have to really try anymore. Just run that and throwable objects, and basically the game clears itself. Alright, that is definitely better than Tornado. I suppose if I were running Fire Synergy, I would have wanted to hold on to that, but I'm not. I'm running Poison Synergy. So, yeah. Now, I'm aware that Poison Synergy is... Why did I go up there? Poison Synergy is easiest to do on Tactics, but there's nothing saying that you can't run it in other capacities, especially with things like the dynamic dex, what's it called? Catalyst ability. Hey, Darksage, what makes Poison Synergy so easy to do in Tactics? Well, that would be a little item called the Alchemic Carbine. Using the Alchemic Carbine, it's really easy to lay poison on your enemies. Let's see. I have pretty decent weapons, so... Okay, that Star Fury 9 is nice, but... I mean, honestly, I kind of like it. I'm just going to grab it while I have an opportunity. Bleeding and poison and enemies burn when they die, which means I could reset my... mutations. My brain is not working as well as it should be. I'm forgetting things too easily. I need to eat more brain food. Honestly, if I look at this another way, stunned is a lot easier for me to... Well, no, because... Wait a minute, no, I don't have... Oh, but I do... Yeah, I want this. Sorry, I'm just going back and forth going, how easy is it for me to lay bleeding as compared to stun? And, you know, one thing I could do is I could run a Bloodthirsty Shield. I could also take the Open Wounds mentality, like mutation. Dude. I swear I played this game before. But then I remembered I have that Knife Dance still, and Knife Dance causes bleeding just all on its own, so no, I don't have to think about this so hard. But it is good to know that I have options. That's probably the most important thing there, is that if you see a weapon like that, you just understand that you have options. Plus, bleeding is really easy to lay in Brutality. Outside of just the Open Wounds mutation, you've also got access to things like the Cleaver and the Sinew Slicer. So bleeding, if you're running Brutality, is exceptionally easy to do. If you're running some other type of build, a little harder. Legendary Ice Crossbow? Interesting. I like that idea, but this isn't the run for it. I would have to retool my entire run and all of my mutations. Let's see. This is also a good way to get bleeding and poison. Thing is, that works with tactics as well, so if you're trying to do a bleeding or poison build with tactics, that would be one of the ways to go about it. Oh, Star Fury, I love you. That would have been worth it to take if it inflicted poison, because it would be a much faster cooldown than the Knife Dance. But no. And frankly, I kind of like this Knife Dance. Alright, so there's a freebie down there that I didn't grab. Let's see what it is. Also, there's a portal here. Let's go get the treasure chest first. Butt bomb. Actually, would it be more fair to call the powerful grenade the butt bomb? Actually, no, the oil grenade is the butt bomb. It literally just spews liquid diarrhea all over your enemies. Ow. Alright, well, one little embarrassing hit, but, you know, worth it for another scroll. We are now 16 times the brutal. Which means we're 16 times the metal. And that's gotta be worth something, right? Being 16 times the metal. And I should be on an Iron Maiden album cover, real honestly. Come on down here. Bam! Oh man, I completely whiffed my parry. That's embarrassing. Alright, mistakes happen. I didn't go into that expecting perfection. It just would have been nice. One of these days I'm gonna start practicing more with Serenade, because I like the idea of what Serenade does. I also need to do a pet run, as I still have yet to acquire the achievement for summoning 2 pets at the same time. Alright, there's a lot of achievements I have yet to get in this game. Like, I have yet to get an achievement for killing an enemy standing in the water with the lightning rods. I just don't use the lightning rods much. I should. I should just set up a run and just go do that real fast. Not right now, though. Well, that was horrible. I love that knife dance. Are you serious? Oof. Elite cannibals kind of scare me, not gonna lie. So why they're called cannibals when they're very clearly mechanical monsters, I'll never know. I have never seen this room before. What in the world am I looking at? Yes, the reason to come up here is for extra cash. Guardian Scroll. And the reason to come over here is, again, you guessed it, more cash. And that works whether you take the item or not, because there's a good chance that you're going to have to drop something to pick that up. So it's just free cash either way you look at it. A lot of elites on the surface. You know, if you can call that elite. Love that knife dance. Alright, so now I know there's a guaranteed cursed chest down here. I just need to figure out where it is before I eliminate all the enemies off the level. There's our food. I'm going to come back to that later, though. Here's the entrance to the cavern. But I am planning on going to Dracula's castle, so I am going to be going through the Forgotten Sepulchre to get there. Otherwise, I probably would be going to the cavern. Not this time. Alright, we've got 2 ways we can go. And we're going to stick with this way because we know there are enemies in the other direction. And I would like to save the enemies until after I've gotten this cursed chest. There it is. Oh, that's good. And it does bleeding and poison at the same time. I like. Free pastry. Cake. Everyone loves cake. Everyone likes cake. Even you would... I can't think of a rhyme, but we all like cake. Yay, malaise is cleared. And down, and down, and down. Punch that guy in the face. Just because he's wielding a sword doesn't mean I'm scared of him. And I'm a monk. I don't care about trivial things like, you know, my enemies having superior armaments. I'm not even sure I should look for another fist weapon. This does both, and well, thing is, I really like that attacking just after a parry thing. Like, this is pretty much as good of a bloodthirsty shield as I can expect to get for my build. Yeah, I think that's good. Plus, I'm going to be spending a huge chunk of this money on getting a flask charge. So, controversial opinion, I don't like the Alucard shield very much. Now allow me to clarify, I don't like it very much in this game. And the reason for that being is because it has a much slower parry animation in comparison to other shields. Why is that important? Because if you're like me and you know well how to rapid-fire parry enemy attacks, the Alucard shield actually doesn't allow you to do that. Like, you just can't. Because what the Alucard shield does is when you make a parry, your follow-up will be just an attack with the shield in and of itself, which, on one hand, is really good for that aggressive shield-based playstyle. But on the other hand, not so good if you're doing shield-centric parry gameplay. And because I do love me some shields, I just don't like the Alucard shield very much. But again, I want to stress that that's in this game. In the original source material where it comes from, it's great. Ah. Silly, silly fools. Alright, let's go hit the food shop. Darksage, is that a restaurant? Yes, but I would not call what we're walking into a restaurant. I would call it a room with a dude with a hat and some food. And there's enemies before it, so there's also really rude customers. Alright, Forgotten Sepulchre. Oh yeah. Every time I see a thread on Reddit pop up going, what's your least favorite biome? It's almost always this, the distillery, or there's one other that tends to top least favorite biome lists. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, though. Once again, proving that whole my memory is going thing. Let's see. Distillery, this. Oh yeah, Slumbering Sanctuary. Those are the three that typically top the least favorite biomes list, and I can tell you why. This biome is because this biome introduces and uses exclusively the darkness mechanic, which basically means that if you're not near a light source, you'll eventually just start taking damage for no reason other than the world hates you. Which, I mean, yeah, that's a good enough reason to take damage. The world hates you, I mean, not... Are you fucking serious? Well, that just pissed me off. And yes, I do play with assist mode on, mostly because I'm trying to master the game to the point where I don't need it anymore. Hold on, I'm about to forget these enemies over here. Alright, let's try this again, now knowing that I've got that coming up. Matter of fact, let's just go this way. And now knowing that we have an elite that has that stupid little, like, shooty bit, I kinda don't want to go that direction. There we go. Now I can go that way and be a little bit less worried about what I'm going to encounter. I was talking about that earlier, but I don't really want it right now. So let me get back to what I was talking about earlier. So this biome is hated because of the darkness mechanic. The Slumbering Sanctuary is disliked mostly because of the golem enemies. Oh, now I can do it without taking damage. Lovely. I mean, to be fair, the Slumbering Sanctuary is dangerous on its own, but it seems a lot of people really don't like the golem enemies, and I can't really blame them. Those things do an amount of damage that could be easily described as obscene. Ow. Thing is, with the golems, a good parry just shuts them down right quick. It's not like their big giant punch can't be parried. So, you know, they go to use Mega Punch, then you use Protect, and, you know, unlike what happens normally when you use Protect in Pokemon, it just says it's super effective and the golem just dies. See how that works? It's not hard. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I have less of a problem with the Slumbering Sanctuary than a lot of other Dead Cells players. That doesn't mean I don't have problems with it. No, it just means that my problems are lesser. Alright, so you have rank 10 items. I could potentially get better stuff here, but it has to be particularly good. Like this rank 10 Bloodthirsty shield is particularly good. Definitely better than the rank 8 Bloodthirsty shield that does almost the exact same thing. Just instead of the victim's remains exploding, they spontaneously combust. And you know, I'm rather okay with that. Alright, well, no new weapons, but that's perfectly fine. Another Guardian Scroll. Alright, well, whatever. I need hit points too, I guess. Knife dance. Dancing with knives. Doing the cutlery samba. Nah. I don't want the Poison Cloud and that Alucard shield. Yeah, I've already explained that I don't like the Alucard shield and why. The thing about the Alucard shield, though, is it does do a lot of damage in comparison to other shields, so what you can do with that is use it as part of Armadillo Pack and get really good results out of it that way. Yes, I know there are enemies back that way that I didn't take out. I'll come back to them. I guess I'll come back to them sooner rather than later. Yep, that's right. I'm confused. I would have expected Explorer's Instinct to kick in by now. Oh, there it is. And get rid of that. Admittedly, that did have... It looked like a self-synergy, but I'm gonna guess that what that actually was is it generates the Toxic Cloud at the end of its effect. And yeah, I'm not too interested in that. Oh, this doesn't have the self-synergy of my current Knife Dance, so I'm gonna say no. There we go, generates a Toxic Cloud. Problem is, this does an extra 80% damage to poisoned enemies, and it generates a Toxic Cloud. It just feels like that's the better choice. That's actually not a bad light speed. I kind of like that, but I'm okay with what I have at the moment. Alright, I lost my train of thought again. You know, big surprise. Bearded warrior. I already have easy access to poison, so I don't really need that, but it's neat. Have I missed any scrolls? No. So, moving on, I guess. So, I keep starting to finish this point, and I keep getting distracted because I'm really good at getting distracted. Like, you guys have no idea. I am the king of getting distracted. So, Forgotten Sepulchre is hated because of the darkness mechanic. The Slumbering Sanctuary is hated because of the golems and just the overall difficulty. The Distorted Distillery, I think that's what it's called, say that 3 times fast, is hated because it is Explosive Barrel Trap Time Central. There we go. Like, there are certain floors where they get kind of creative and it looks like you're playing Donkey Kong, and that's fun. But it stops being fun when you end up just getting blown up for basically all your health. Like, at that point it stops being fun and starts being a real nuisance and a pain in the ass. Hello, Shinoa. Nope, sorry, Bone Man. Not today. That is an axe armor trying to slap me in the face with his weapon. A little slow on the uptake there, Drac. Oh, I hate those things so much. Alright, well, that's a problem. Now, you might have asked yourself why I didn't just do that in the first place. It's mostly because their parry timing is really hard to get right. Alright, so... the idea here is to try to find, first, the food shop. Secondly, the cursed chest, if one exists in this level. Then all the scrolls. Here's the food shop. There's a harpy, which I'll punch in the foot and somehow kill it. There we go. And we're on the castle rooftop. Oh. Oh no, my lay mumble bed the day. In case one of you is saying, Dark Sage, I need a translator to translate your gibberish, don't worry, you're not the only one. I thought for a minute I was going to speak English, and then my brain said otherwise. I can't even pretend that it was another language. The only other languages I know is a little bit of Spanish, some Japanese, a little bit of French, and I know, like, the bare basics of vocabulary in Esperanto. What the hell is Esperanto? It's a joke. Trust me. For those of you who aren't in the know about what the hell that is, there was a push to try to create a globally recognized auxiliary language that everyone could speak. And I believe at this point in the game of life, yes. At this point in human history, there is about 0.01% of the population that can understand and speak Esperanto. So, basically, 1/100th of the population can speak and understand that language. Come at me, bro. Thank you. Oh, I'm dumb. It's up here. We don't talk about those visual glitches. Na 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 na. Punching demons right in the face, they die. Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, there's a reason why I don't like Throwmasters. Which we used to call them skeletons, but I guess they got tired of that and wanted a lordly designation, so I guess we call them Throwmasters now. Oh, if you guys are interested in something really immature, right there you could say that I was fisting harpies. You know, if you've ever wanted an excuse to make a crude joke about mythological creatures like that. Then again, do you really need an excuse to do that? Get up. Come on, you and your Hollow Knight outfit, get up. See, this one, not as good as what I have. Oh, hold on, there's a werewolf over here. We're gonna parry it and then punch it. Because, you know, that works. Yeah, sure. I do like that telluric shock, but the items that I have are just doing a fantastic job of setting up my synergies, so I want to hold on to them. Now, those of you who have played the Return to Castlevania DLC are probably now asking yourselves, hey, Dark Sage, aren't you forgetting something? To which I would say, no, not yet. I mean, I kind of thought you needed, you know, like, a special thing to open a locked door. I mean, don't you think that's important? I'm getting there. Plus, I haven't even found that door yet. But we can go get it on the map. Roll this way. Punch that armor. How did I not hit you? And then conversely, how did I hit you? Oh, the world is a confusing place. Alright, so let's have a look around. There's a scroll fragment there that I don't know if I care about. And it looks like there is no cursed chest, which means that, like most maps, it's just a chance of a cursed chest showing up. It's not guaranteed anymore like it used to be. Hi, Medusa. Bye, Medusa. Grab that, sell that. Alright, well at this point we've pretty much covered all the important ground. So grab that. Let's see. Scroll fragment is up there. Go ahead and grab that and then we'll move on to fighting Mr. Dracul. Vlad Tepes. Matthias Conquest. Or it's Cronquist, I'm sorry. He who cursed God for taking his dear wife Elizabetha from him. Which, I mean, yeah, that's pretty bad. Mr. Jehovah, do you really have to take people's loved ones from them? And there's Carmilla again. I'm more or less doing this just to rub it in my roommate's face because he still hasn't found that room. Dark Sage, that's mean. I mean, a little bit. Hello again, Shanoa. I don't need to reforge anything. I do think I want to reset my mutations, though. We're still going to take Combo. Still going to take Porky-Pack. But instead of Killer Instinct, I'm going to go Open Wounds. Say hello to Cecil, everybody. Uninvited? It's you who appeared out of nowhere with all your horrible monsters. Perhaps the same could be said of all bosses. I love that line. And, of course, here comes the classic. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets! But enough talk. Have at you! Oh, I can't roll through that. Oh, I suck. Yeah, it's his Wave of Bats move that really throws me off. It's alright, this is why I keep assist mode on, because I need to continue to practice. There we go. I reacted properly that time. Alright, now I need to beat Dracula's final form flawlessly to get the gold Dracula outfit, which is kind of what I'm aiming for. No guarantee that I'm going to get it, but again, I think the practice is good to have. Oh, there goes that. Ow. I killed him and then immediately fell off the level. Yay! I mean, at least I got him this time. Like I said, all the practice is going to be worth it when I do finally accomplish my goal. The only difficult part about taking out Dracula flawlessly is he has a number of attacks that are pretty RNG, and if he summons minions, that can be a real pain. But all in all, I'd say that was a good run. There's a lot of good fisticuffs in play, good use of my sub-weapons. I think I did a good job anyway. You guys may disagree, but if you do, or if you just want to say that you think I did do a good job, or anything in between, honestly, let me know what you think in the comments or on my social media. Links to my Discord server will be in the description. I want to thank you for spending so much of your free time here with me today. Dead Cells runs are not short. So I very much appreciate you guys coming here and watching me play my ass off. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you. Take care, everybody.